Hey everyone, welcome. Today we are diving into one of the most powerful tools out there for building a better financial future, the personal budget. And look, this isn't about restricting yourself, it's about taking control, it's about empowerment. So let's get into it. Does this sound familiar? For so many of us, thinking about where our money is going can feel, well, pretty overwhelming, maybe even a little chaotic. You know the feeling, right? The paycheck hits, you pay some bills, you buy some stuff, and then suddenly you're wondering, where did it all go? It's a super common feeling.
Well, what if you could swap all that stress for a real sense of calm and, control? That is exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to lay out a clear, simple plan to get you there.
All right, so here's our game plan for this explainer. We've got 5 key stops on our roadmap. First, we'll talk about why your money even needs a plan. Then we'll cover some simple rules to get started, followed by some more hands-on methods. From there, we'll jump into the digital age with budgeting apps. And finally, we'll wrap up with what this is really all about, because it's more than just numbers.
Okay, first things first. Why even bother with a budget in the first place? I want you to think about it like this. A budget isn't some strict rule book. It's a game plan, a plan that you design to give every single dollar you earn a specific job to do.
So, at its most basic level, that's really all a personal budget is. It's just a plan for coordinating what's coming in, your income, with what's going out, all your expenses. It's you telling your money exactly what to do instead of scratching your head and wondering where it all went.
And let me tell you, the payoff for having a plan like this, it's huge. You're going to feel way more in control of your money. You'll be able to actually hit those big goals you have, whether it's saving for a down payment or just a really nice vacation. Plus, you'll be so much better prepared for those curveballs life throws at you, all while steering clear of getting buried in debt. Okay, so where do you even start? That brings us to our next section, simple budgeting rules. And the best part? You really don't need some crazy complicated spreadsheet to get going. You can start with a simple, really powerful rule.
So a really popular place to start is what's called the 50-30-20 rule. The idea is to take your after-tax income and split it into 3 buckets. 50% goes to your needs, things like rent, utilities, and groceries. And yeah, the trick is being really honest with yourself about what's a need versus a want. 30% is for your wants, dining out, hobbies, streaming services. And that last crucial 20%, that goes straight to savings and paying down debt.
Okay, another awesome and super simple approach is the pay yourself first method. The idea here is just brilliantly simple. Before you pay a single bill, before you buy a coffee, before you do anything else, you take at least 20% of your income and move it directly into savings. After that, the rest is yours to manage. So what's the real difference between these two? Well, think of it this way. The 50-30-20 rule is all about understanding where every single one of your dollars is going by putting it all into categories. Pay yourself first, on the other hand, is all about prioritizing your future. It makes sure you hit your savings goal no matter what.
All right, moving on to our third section, hands-on budgeting. For some of us, actually touching the money is what makes it all click. If spreadsheets and apps feel a bit too abstract, this approach might be perfect for you.
And this is where the classic envelope system comes in. It's pretty simple. You take out cash for whatever you're going to spend on for the month or the week. You put the grocery money in an envelope labeled groceries, gas money in one labeled gas. You get the picture. And here's the kicker. When an envelope is empty, you're done spending in that category. It's a super tangible, powerful way to stick to your limits.
But, of course, most of us don't live in a cash-only world anymore. So for our fourth section, let's talk about how you can put your budget right there in your pocket using an app.
And man, there are a ton of options out there, each with its own vibe. Mint is fantastic if you're just starting out. It's a great all-in-one tool. YNAB, which stands for You Need a Budget, is for people who want to get really disciplined with a system called zero-based budgeting. Kakeibo is this cool Japanese method that's more like a spending journal, focused on being mindful. And an app like Good Budget, well, that one's perfect if you love the idea of the envelope system.
And see, that right there perfectly illustrates how these classic ideas are still so relevant. An app like Good Budget literally takes that physical envelope system we just talked about and just turns it into digital envelopes on your phone. It's the same core concept, just brought into the 21st century.
And that brings us to our final section, and honestly, maybe the most important one. Because at the end of the day, budgeting is never just about crunching numbers or saving receipts. It goes so much deeper than that. Really, at its heart, a budget is about mindfulness. It's a tool to help you become way more conscious of your habits and to really reflect on whether your spending actually lines up with your values and your biggest goals.
So your budget,
It's your personal roadmap. It's the plan that's going to guide you from where you are right now to where you really want to be in the future, whether that means being debt-free, buying a house, or just feeling less stressed about money. It's the tool that paves the way to your own financial freedom.
So, now you have the tools, you've got the methods, you have the roadmap. The only question left is where are you going to tell your money to go?